child's play. We've got to talk some serious business here. And I'm talking about HIV/AIDS. It's become so normal that people are no more scared, I think. You know, but trust me, I think that we should be scared. Tonight we're going to talk about HIV/AIDS. If you've already seen our post on Facebook, you know what we're talking about. HIV/AIDS, the HIV stroke AIDS. You move from one stage to the other. Why are we going to talk about AIDS? Let me give you two reasons. The first is that on this show, we talk about sex. We educate you on sex. We talk about sex position, things you can do to make your sex life better. We talk about how you can make it enjoyable. We talk about, styles. We talk about ambience. We talk about a lot of things. I'm not saying that's all we talk about here, but if we talk about how you can enjoy sex, then we must also give back to you how you can take care of yourself. Is that not fair? That is very, very fair. So that is one. And number two reason is that there is a data that is out from the Ghana AIDS Commission, and it is scary. So tonight, no joke. It's time we create the awareness all over again, like we've never done it. It's time we do the hyping. It's time we come with that loud bell ringing so loud to the extent that it is deafening. Then we see the numbers coming down, then probably even that we can take a respite. HIV/AIDS. Richie is here with me. And my partner in crime. You know how the demarcations are. I do the questioning, and she's the resource. She's the CEO, Rich Love Travel Consult. Every now and then there is something new from there. So I'll let her talk to us in a bit about it. Then we can get down to some serious business of talking about the reality of HIV/AIDS, the fact that it is closer than you can imagine, and how we should be extra, extra, extra careful. And I have a senior of mine in the studio. If you are watching on Facebook Live, you will see him. Yeah, because we have made him private. So he is a private participant, but he's here with us in the studio. And if I say my senior, you can imagine. School in the man kotono. Or you senior, more senior. Richie, if I start preaching now every day, and then so your man will go. Serious.
Empire Canada movie.
There be some time them more. Your mom pay for. Say I no, your boy, I know your boy, baby, you do know. I was saying,
pray with that season. Hey,
some pie no, your boy pa. Your boy pa. Your boy some pie.
Oh, Bobby, ye dear,
There be no, but I have to also make sure that only taking precaution.
Oh, you see the news you're reading to my
I do feel in the kind. I'm not the first one to think it. No apologies. Okay.
So how's your weekend been?
Oh yeah, you know it. Baby said I only say self-imposed duty. So I try.
Now you're the sergeant of police.
I'll go for Sergeant Lee because I know that I heard Shatawale and come. That guy is crazy. Anyway, tell me about Rich Love Travel Consult.
Thank you very much, Gloria, and wonderful day to all our listeners and to Biggs. The Biggs unfortunately has lost her dad. So the funeral is I think next weekend.
Next weekend or this weekend? It's next weekend.
This weekend actually.
It's this weekend, yeah.
This weekend at Gosu. So
Gosu VA go.
VA, yeah. So we go and support the brother. So thank you very much. Another week has been an exciting and revealing weekend.
For you,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah,
It was.
weekends, family, but it's all fun. It's all nice. It's always exciting to come back and meet another week. At Rich Love Travel Consult, we make sure that we make your dreams of studying abroad become a reality. So if you know anybody out there, or if you yourself want to study abroad, you should walk into our office right here in Kumasi on the main stadium road, right opposite the Ahmedjo taxi rank. We are into educational recruitment. You want to study in the UK, Canada, Cyprus, China. The thing is, the opportunities are there. So you come with your request. Let us advise based on your budget, based on your program of choice, and a whole lot of things. So come tell us your needs, and then we will work out something specifically for you. You can reach Love Travel Consult on 0200 458 485 or find us on our Facebook page, Rich Love Travel Consult. And the Easter Girls trip is coming on. We're spending 1 week in Dubai. If you want to join us,
Mind Dubai.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah. Please don't bring any side jokes. It is not the main joke. We don't do side jokes, but it's a girls trip. If you want to take some opana or if you have a distiner,
I listen now.
yeah, I want to.
You know that's my favorite
Yeah,
word.
you have a destiny I want to bring along. Yeah, why not? You're free and it's affordable. We give you flexible payment terms as well. At Rich Love Travel Consult, you can always bet that integrity is our hallmark.
Thank you, Efe. Let me remind you, if you can hear me, you can also watch us. Okay, live. We are live on Facebook. You can go there and drop a comment. I've read a few comments that people have begun sending. Somebody, for example, says that Ebola took away the scare of HIV/AIDS, and it's time probably we come back with the awareness creation every now and then. So you can go to you can go to our page LUV995 on Facebook. You can go to my personal page, Gloria Antonia Mwatinajiman, there. You can go to Richie's page, Adam and Eve GH, all on Facebook. And for those of you who've not been to the Happy Mamas Foundation page, go there and like us, okay? Happy Mamas Foundation on Facebook. It's Happy Mamas Foundation GH. Yeah, we want to promote responsible motherhood. That is a core belief. So go there and like us. Okay, now the statistics that we have. So for my Joy Online, Ghana records jump in new HIV infection, and this jump is in percentage wise 70.15. 70.15. Trust me, that's not a small number. And it's not like HIV, it's not like HIV infection generally. This is new infection. That's it. And I'm only giving you this so you know why we should talk about it. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a sad thing, but we need to get it done. Richie,
Gloria.
an old woman of mine, friend of mine, HIV hate. Moving from 12,000 new infections to 20,148 in 1 year,
Mm,
2016.
it's unfortunate, isn't it?
It's scary if you ask me.
Very scary.
What is happening?
Very, very scary, Gloria. A lot is happening, or can we say what is not happening? And I don't know if I'm the only one that is so passionate about this, because really, like you said, this is something that we should not be even, I was hoping that we sit and talk about how it is declining, how people are getting educated, how people are putting their lives together, having protected sex, you know,
That's not happening.
oh, 70 plus.
That's not happening.
That is a lot. Gloria, that is a lot. I think ignorance is on the rise. People are not learning the right things that have to be learned concerning HIV/AIDS. You know, we advocate in primary school, 5 or 6 or so, sex education is taught, and that is all. It's not really taught in the senior high schools or in the tertiary institution, but that is the time that the people actually have sex. You know, people
But
actually have sex.
are we not taught are we not taught STI?
In the university, I wasn't
Sorry.
taught. No,
I don't remember where I learned it.
at primary school.
You
When
learned
they,
STI.
when they were teaching about puberty and stuff. But senior high school, when you really know, and then this tertiary level, when you know you're getting to understand your body really well, and now you're having sex here and there, that is when you probably need it. But then, Gloria, I think people know bits and bits about HIV/AIDS, but education is not out there. There's been a decline in civic education. There's been a decline on emphasis, and people think, well, everybody should know because the name is a household name. Almost everybody knows what HIV/AIDS is, but do we know the details? Do we know the probability of getting infected? Do we know the facts concerning HIV? Do we know the myths surrounding the treatment, prevention, and all of that? Where to get help? Are we aware of it? I can bet you, Gloria, you can ask, take a sample of 100, and 90 plus people may not even know what post exposure prophylaxis are. We have no idea. A lot of people will go and take tests only when they are pregnant, and that is because it's a requirement these days to prevent mother-child transmission. How about the person that doesn't go for antenatal? Then what? They never really get to find out. So, Gloria, what is happening? I can also attribute it to ignorant religious people. I've always said is that I don't blame fraudulent pastors or fraudulent religious leaders. I blame ignorant religious people. Let me use the Christian faith for example. We are so quick to judge one pastor because he's using means to get money from his congregation. Are the congregation reading enough? Are they reading the right scriptures to even authenticate what their leader is preaching? You just come and sit and take whatever is being preached, and then you take that one as the gospel. No wonder that some herbalists or some religious people will just go and burn some ashes somewhere, or will just go and cut some neem tree, buy retroviral drugs in bulk, pour them in these. And you know, HIV is like that. It's the viral load. Now let me use things that we can all understand. The virus has to be in a certain quantity to start attacking your defense system. Now, as you take your retroviral drugs, it can kill some, it can suppress some, it can make them less active. Now, these herbalists, they go buy retroviral drugs in large quantities, overdose some trees and some herbs, give it to you to drink. So when you go back to the hospital to check, your viral load is actually gone down true. And then you come back saying, hey, HIV and quiet. The viral load has been suppressed a little bit, but you forget that you're overdosing your system. By the time you realize you are dying, and that's when you're being rushed to the hospital. Gloria, people are now accepting almost, I think these days, if you're not having anal sex with your spouse, you're cool. But anal sex actually has the highest probability of you contracting HIV/AIDS. If somebody was to have vaginal sex and then another person was to have anal sex with the same partner who is HIV positive, the one who has the anal sex has a higher probability of contracting HIV. I think it's 0.11%. It's the highest compared to vaginal sex, which is 8. You understand? Oral sex is the list. You know, yeah, I think so. All of these, but the things that will get us to fall sick are the things we see as modern, are the things that if you're not doing when you're going, oh yeah,
pardon my language, but is that not crazy? I mean,
but people like crazy. Some crazy is
what crazy? Crazy to die.
person.
You know, if you look at this number, 20,000 new
Very
infection
alarming.
in one
That's
year,
really,
12
really
months.
scary.
In 12 months, and new people who are contracting the disease is like 20,000 and over. And not 20,000.
I read one article from one HIV positive person who was like stigmatization should be cut and blah blah blah. He got up
Now
and
I'm
said
told
that
it's been criminalized.
pre-wedding or pre-marriage HIV test should be why should I go test? I'm like, are you kidding?
So we
Pre-marriage,
should just let you keep infecting
you should
people.
test before you destin. Hey, what's wrong with you? You're afraid of testing for HIV/AIDS, but you're not afraid of actually going to get your retroviral drugs. This is not funny.
There is
Charlie, this is my life on the line as
there
well.
there is a trend that is going on, and this trend is this that people who have it, who know their status, are refused because of all those human rights things. They don't have to disclose it. So even when they go in for a partner, they don't tell.
But if the partner establishes that you knew about your status, you didn't tell him or her, and then you slept with them, they have the right to sue you.
If you are dying with SEC,
what concerns the chicken with toothbrush?
so that's what I'm. That is the new
person is
trend.
dying
That is
anyway.
that is dangerous. Okay, people who know their status, and I've heard stories of women who said, "Send Obidi Sam, they are on a mission."
That is crazy.
I'm telling you what people are doing now. I've heard a few stories, but really, you are thinking, oh, maybe one or two people, but that is it now. Obi into or the be obi, and odi obi, not just one person. I heard a video. I listened to a video where a woman went through that state. Of course, the person knew it. No, she had the man, and or no, there we are. No, actually, so in her list when she was confessing, you can't believe the number of men
I think people
she
do
slept
that
with.
when they've not had the right counseling, when they've not had the right person to speak with. It can be devastating. Let's not sit here and make it trivial. Gloria, finding out that you actually opened up, did all the star, why is star baby? You actually enjoyed it. No, it's like you were laughing and running into a lion's den. This is how I see it. If somebody could create a comic, it's like I said, how do I put it? It's like honey covered in beads. What's the HIV? Can I speak to you?
You are allowed. An area break.
Oh no, I cannot. You don't have book with your numbers.
You like
Let me get my smiling. So, it's like you're getting into some treasure, and this horror is cutting you, and then you are. If only we could see what your penis or your vagina is swimming to go catch, but we don't see it. It doesn't show in the person's face these days, especially those people that eat healthy and then take their retroviral drugs. They look very, very healthy.
Yeah.
These days, not are the days when you were slim. They would say you look like an HIV positive patient, but these days, no, it doesn't show. They eat well, they take their medication, they're looking good.
The one can't show you didn't know.
But even with the HIV, when it's in the early stages and you're taking your retroviral drugs on point, the probability of infecting another person is low. Is low, but we don't take chances, Charlie. We don't take chances. If you really, really love somebody, you don't say, well, I'm HIV positive, so I also deserve love. Of course you deserve love. So go around. It's just like somebody who say, I'm not looking for a rich person, but maybe I go with stuff home. It will be the kind of. So just you have to go where I'm not stigmatized. I mean, I know life happens, Gloria. Accidents can happen. In a flip second, the enjoyment you were experiencing could turn into some bitter stuff. and then it comes biting you back.
Tell me, okay, what should we tell, especially, unfortunately, I don't know the age bracket for this new infection, but I'm thinking that if you go unprotected, that's so what should we be telling our listeners to be doing? Because the rate at which new infections figure no song, it's scary, and we should not take it lightly. Because things, just a minute, things that people say, you need to a bit down the seriousness. One a bit of fear, oh, some of these things, and
You must find
people have
something to
become
kill
careless.
you. Something must
Something
kill
must kill
man.
man. So we say these things, and then people have become a bit too careless. So no longer do they panic at the sound of HIV/AIDS.
I want people to allow people to live their life and use their feelings and their behaviors as well. Gloria, that way, when you're walking into a pharmacy shop to buy a condom, you walk boldly to buy. Who do? How would you? So what? You're not hiding it. If you hide and do it, you know those people that really get the HIV positive. Unfortunately, there are some man. Oh, bro, why I said this after? Like before I realize they chop them.
No protection.
No, they don't discuss
Nothing.
it. They don't talk about it. What are we going to do? Let's get a condom. Let's do no. It's like, oh, I'm shy. She's covering her face. You raw the draw to the knee level. She calls out, do you love me? What answer are you looking for at that time?
The
You know,
assumption. The assumption.
it's the hypocrisy.
Mm.
The hypocrisy. Those people who always have a story to tell about how they were raped. Meanwhile, she's told that story to about 20 men or other women. The hypocrisy as if we don't touch sex, we don't talk about sex. It's making us so ignorant about sex because now we are even shy. And I walk up to the pharmacy shop and buy the condom. Hey, how people going to look at me? Flora, the best is to abstain. You know my take on celibacy. It's the most beautiful thing that can ever happen to any living soul. As long as you are single, you discover you. It's so
Abstain.
unfortunate when you don't even know yourself and you want to go share your love or your heart with another person. It's a sad. You look back with some relationship and you're like, why the hell did I go into this? Because you didn't even know who you are. But once you learn to be alone, just you're alone with just God, then you discover your strength, you discover who you are, you learn about yourself and who or what you can share your life with. Now, Gloria, let people be celibate. Let people understand that not having, you know how we term it here, oh, as if it's a crime that you're not having sex. Oh, it will rust.
The fact that you
As
are
if
single.
the fact
So,
that you're
yeah.
single or you're not having, no, not everybody who is single is not having sex. Some people are socially single.
No, I'm saying that I'm only saying that yes, I'm saying that we assume that the fact that you're single, no, when you're being so we pass these comments,
you know,
but then
and then
people,
it makes the person look like
that's why
there's something wrong. Yes, as a baby thread, there's something wrong with you. No, decide that if you are single, you are single. Emotionally, sexually, you are single. And then work on your body. If you're having sex, it should mean something. Like, I guess to a point that if the sex doesn't mean that much, you don't go do it. A combine. The ladies should find work. And just say, combine more with the excuse my French. No,
speak.
Gloria, this
Feel
is
free,
so
man.
annoying because the girls are lazy and hunger is pushing them to fuck every TikTok woman. But what is it? Just because you need money
You are
for some
making
weed,
sense of that.
just because you
problem.
need money for some dress, just because you need to appear some flamboyantly. Only Sikadi and Musikape. Small shawarma you will chop.
If you do 3 days,
Oh my God.
yeah, so I'm a person. Okay.
I don't know.
But let me say that because you mentioned us religious people, one other assumption too is that the fact that Otia sorry feel or you're sick or you're what do you call it? Or only who feel. So there's assumption that or you're faithful And even if it happens, whether planned or unplanned, oh, it's okay because usuro na ama na preventing would be a so that assumption it's
Don't
false.
trust anybody.
The church is a hospital. There are a lot of sick people there.
Everybody is sick.
So that assumption should just not come out.
Don't trust anybody. Do
You
not
know? So
trust anybody. Take the test. Flora, what I really wish will happen is that all leading pharmaceutical shops should have HIV test kits readily available for sale. I know quite a number. I know quite a number of pharmaceutical shops that have it, but in Nicosa, it should be there
how many people
like
to?
emergency contraceptives or pregnancy tests these days. Obiaton pregnancy test kits. They should be readily available that way. Now, when people are psyched, when people are educated to the fact that you understand that it is better for you to know your status. If you are single, then you protect yourself henceforth. If you have it, you can start taking your medication. Life happens, life goes on. It is better for people so that when you go test and then it's even positive, you don't get suicidal and all that. It was education, and me, the people in the country. And Gloria, when you have sex with somebody who is HIV positive, it's just like pregnancy. You have 72 hours to take a preventive medication, so they are maybe to rule out any chance of getting it. It is called post-exposure prophylaxis. After exposure, you've slept with somebody. The next moment you realize the person has HIV. That shouldn't be the end of your world. Run to the hospital. Go explain your situation. I've just had sex, or I've just pricked myself, or I just cut myself, or I'm suspecting I've been exposed to HIV. And then you test who are you. So they'll just take your details and then put you on about a 28-day medication. It's not really a pleasant journey, but it is worth it.
Then you are waiting.
So you'll be taking it every day. It's not pleasant thing to experience, but it is worth it. Now you take it to rule out or to reduce the probability of you getting contracted. All of these information aren't out there, for the people to know. So we are a little bit shrouded somehow, a little bit handicapped when it comes to these information, which should be out there. It is the right of the citizen to know some of these. Just don't say at the ABs was abstain, use a condom, or abstain, be faithful, or use a condom. These days, like faithfulness, it's a word that is alien to certain
human beings. We really ruled it out.
Especially when they're in the male gender. It's like alien to them.
Let me see if I can. I told you I had a senior of mine here, but you won't see him if you're watching us. But he's a man. Let me talk to him in that capacity first. And first and foremost, I'll call him Nana because he's a Nana for sure. But he mentioned his name. Good evening, Senior. Please help me with his microphone. Okay, so this one, so I can see you.
This one.
Yes, so I can see you. Okay. So.
Good evening, Gloria.
Yeah, good evening, Senior. And thanks for passing through.
You're welcome.
You are a man, oftentimes we think that to have sex is a man's thing. Women are only at the receiving end. So most of the time, I'm giving you self-presumption, as a man, and in this state, looking at this figure, 12,000 to 20,000
in a single year.
In a single year, 12 months. There are youngsters out there who think that it's important, and they think that these are just numbers. Some are I've heard a lot of funny reasons. People would just want to make this HIV/AIDS scare something here. Tell me as a man, what should young men out there be doing? We just tell them zip up and stuff. I don't know if it's working. They say you should leave the ladies alone. Just tell them.
Well, once again, good evening to your listeners. You see, there are two things that we could do to make it two education that we could really embark on.
Okay.
That will work. However, like Richard have said, the education is not really out there, and I'm not sure if it's the education or the willingness to to engage the citizen. The preventive measure is very, very, very simple. You know, I'm not sure why we walk around and carry condoms, but we can't carry the test kit. It's a little package, cheap, affordable,
Mm.
could save you a whole lot of trouble, and it takes 10 minutes.
You get the results,
You get results.
which is concrete.
It's 98%,
okay.
legit that could, save you a lot of headache. Instead of going sleepless night thinking about, the lady that I slept with, that she have something that I'm not sure of, and or the guy that I slept with that carry these kids. It's very convenient, very, very, simple to carry around in your car, just like you carry around condoms. And it's not that expensive. For $100, for 100 cities, you could probably get about 2 or 3 of them. And just walk around with them. You meet somebody you like. I'm not sure why, but
Won't we be
No,
encouraging
it's-
people to then be having
you can't
freelance
prevent-
sex? Let me say.
That's true. You see, and once again, like Rachel said, we can't keep pretending that we're not having sex.
It is happening.
It's happening. So why don't we, educate the people that here, Jacob, you're gonna do it anyway, regardless of what we tell you, you're still gonna do it. So hold on to this. I think the Ministry, of Health should start giving out these kits, either as samples or as gifts, at their seminars, so people know what it is. See, it could save us a whole lot of money in the country because most of these ACE medications that we give out in the hospitals are free
I'm free now, yeah.
and they're
And
expensive.
yeah.
They're way more
Yeah.
expensive than preventing them, or giving out these kits that could prevent them. So, in my humble opinion, I think we should do a lot more to educate people on the preventive side of it, as against the abstinence side of it, because we can't abstain.
I'm sure there are a few good ones out there, Nana. What do you think? I think that, oh yeah, trust me. I believe that. I believe that there are a few ones and we can encourage some more. Look at this headache that it will give you. You have to be going on a regular for medicines. You have
The
to,
medications, yes.
and sometimes, trust me, living with it is not easy. To
Mhm.
know that I may die, maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know what to say, but that it could happen any time. Immune system perform kakrebi, opportunistic disease will come in, and you don't know which one will kill you.
Yep.
And living with it, overcome it. And trust me, as Africans, we have still not gotten over the stigmatization thing with HIV/AIDS. So instead of going through all this hell, why don't you just try the abstinence? I'm saying try because my husband was saying this afternoon. That one saw no for now. I don't know. Every senses from his brain, from her brain is out. All the loud ringing bells. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! I hear, watch out! Watch out! Before you know it. So yeah, if you're today's not this, so don't give me that.
We've been trying abstinence for how many years now? Since Adam.
But we shouldn't stop it. Should we just stop it because it seemed not to be achieving? We had these virgin clubs. I don't know what happened to them. Are they still around? You remember? There were these virgin
we had
clubs.
virgin
We were
clubs, and then
trying
some
to-
people said how the way to determine somebody's in a virgin is to let them scan and look at them.
Well, not really. But they were youngsters. They were young ladies. I thought we
Can you
encouraged.
imagine this? Oh Lord.
So I'm saying that Nana, we could also preach that it may be difficult in this 20th, 21st century, yes, but not impossible, is it?
No, nothing is impossible.
So it's
Nothing is
possible we
impossible.
can
It's
at
possible.
least reduce this new infection. This new infection is crazy. This figure is scary.
And you see, one thing about ACE figures, one thing about ACE numbers when it comes to ACE is that it doubles. I'm not sure if you know where I'm coming
These
from.
are reported cases. So what about those ones that you're reporting? People who've not gone to check, so they've not added even up to the number. So I mean, so if you say double, it could even be.
ACE,
that is serious.
ACE digits always double because unlike other diseases, these are often diseases that we don't get from from sneezing.
Yeah. Sure.
We get from sharing. And
not just sharing anything too. Something
not just sharing anything, something very
no.
So then the numbers are only going to get worse. As if we're not realistic about it, it's only going to get worse because we keep talking about abstinence, which is good, but alongside the abstinence, why don't we also educate people on the preventive measures? Why don't we tell them that it's actually cheaper to prevent than to try and get it and look for a cure? Instead of taking multiple trips every day to the medical center, you could only do it in 10 minutes and save yourself all that headache.
Okay. Gideon Zeus says, I want to see that you're senior. Gideon, why are you an anonymous that you want to see my senior? If you're not an anonymous, then don't worry. But he's my senior from Ghana National. Yeah. And Reverend Moses Ansari all the way in Italy. Frank Ejapon, Ahmed Osei Bunsu. Okay, so we thank you all. And for those of you watching us live on Facebook, we are grateful. I've got 11 minutes. When it's midnight, we would cross over to London for some news update. I'm going to open my phone lines all the same. Let's see. I would love it if you have it, and then you're going to speak to us about it. If you are a person living with it, your experience, I would love to have. If you have a precautionary message to give, please do. I'll take it. 03220-83596. 03220-83596. Just a few calls, one or two, and then we can part with. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Francofori, how are you, my brother?
Francofori.
I'm following this program. HIV is me, myself, and I. We do talk yogurt and Tafremo. Check on them. Everything you need quickly. I'm going to know your number. HIV is not for them. If you after people, you may check on them. There might be a check on them. I know you're better. AIDS is not going for them. Movie any country or Africa. Listen up. It means if you are working new people with them, I'm not going to work on them to sex. In the Cold War, I'm now 100%. That's the case of this absolute earth.
What is that?
Now, come the walls who was to take us up idea. And so we said, now was to take us a senior. Follow me. You will be a new Michiana. You're drama. I'm full. You're 50 years in free Kumasiba and Grand. But in Granacatapa and check on them. Condom will produce bomb elsewhere to Africa.
Frank. No, hold on for me. Frank, Simon, you know you're my brother. And he all can say, Mama won't share condom, no. Oh, Frank, don't go yet. So if they shouldn't wear condom, then they shouldn't have sex. Oh, come on, Frank. Okay. You know, Frank, I can say we are not too. But yeah. Please, this education, you look at your life. Okay. You know something he mentioned? Don't wear condom and sleep with your wife. One cast don't wear condoms and sleep with you. So with your wife, probably there's a committed relationship there. Even a no crampon, sometimes you can be too safe, but you presume that a non visa. Okay. So if you're not in that kind of confidential, covenanted, or the worst relationship, I beg, don't even try. Okay. Don't go with all kinds of beliefs and Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Me pacho mama bondi ni baby on kasafi.
Me pacho the thing she mean to say me go.
Me da say mama, it's okay. Talk to me.
Me program na mo yo me na. The client said me patient. Now, if you someone said me was here, I won't be able to tell you. The client said my water me moon night. Me dying a third child for your testing. Now they are negative. And in feeling and saying my years is also mean. Me dying me bow touch on 9 me call hospital. They hear me test, yes, me a positive. And I say, me no wa here. Tini ya me challenge here. And no mama me call for not. That's how I test with you. The boy prove positive. And that way I need them to address you. And you say no. Yeah, my mama is suspect. He said, "Yeah, you couldn't and maybe I was your mommy before. Now, me and you cranny in fact, the cheap in quickly, yeah, maybe I'm in corporate Jamaica was in Yabi. And you know, and the buyer and the poor Mikuna money. And no quiet or no test and a whole negative. Why, yeah, there 10 times, me now prove negative. In the absence, my wife, alarm one, your first test, you're going to address. Then I'm in my 90, first test or you're negative. You can plan a maybe one say the baby also or better negative. In the afternoon now, no, the same as in the here, you to me, so it's in a ceramic, no, can't pass in the year, and the dear family planning. Kind of some question I need. So, the DI or no year family planning. And it's our source in any way, and it be my dream, myself. So, I never last year, some year now. Maybe dear, I need now a question, and I'm a good now, may say I hell. So, my not this one, you very supportive. I'm taking work. But me, the amigo, no, make one and tears, the woman, why, Jamaica, yeah, what and I need to mean, I am living with it. I need to do so. I did be I was no more dream. But to me, soon and pile. You knew why I'm a first why I am no bad. The baby some weird program, I'm sorry to you. And yes, I'm more young, me keep your next trip. Service and yet, the German movie, the Yamo. Years I have the last years I made for you. Not the only private hospital, or more pretty for last year. You will take the document. If you ain't the last person, or more pretty. It's just about the things that the usually I did I kept quiet. I mean, really, for the fire, the other to give the army no group. Say, I think I 1 year doing no more. The Metzman shell and mom, since I'm sure you agree with the VHP products on this one.
Oh my God.
Only thinking God for everyone.
My dear, I don't know, I'm so broken, but thank you for sharing your story with us. Okay. I am believing God with you that it will be well. Okay. That you will live longer, yes, to watch these kids and their progress, and we all give thanks to God. Okay, I'm praying with you too. Thank you. I'm so grateful that you shared your story with us tonight. Thank you very much. We have just 2 minutes. Let me just put this last one through. Hello, good evening. Hello. Good evening, sir. Tell me your name, where you calling us from, and briefly, if I can listen to you.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I think I can't say much because I'm standing by what I said. I'm praying that the God Almighty will get out see her through her being. In fact, I'm really done. Somebody who hasn't done anything to deserve this pain and that is going through all this simply because he went down to protect yourself. I mean, I think I have to be here.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Richie, we've got to run. BBC already rolling, I think. It's been it's been a tough one.
Yeah, when I talk about HIV cases, sometimes I think I get a little bit emotional.
I don't blame you. Yeah. I don't
And
blame
you
you.
see these things,
The stories are serious.
living the anxiety.
Yeah.
I would like to meet the sister if she wishes. I'd really love to meet her. I think I've told you of air before that my best ever had of HIV. It can happen to anybody. Anybody. Nobody walks into an accident. I'd really love to know that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hang
We
in
couldn't
there.
get her name.
Hang in
too.
there, girl.
Yes, but be strong. Yeah.
Hang in. It's okay to cry. We all do.
But rise
Hang
up
in.
in faith. Yeah.
Hang in. Pick up my number and call. Just call the phone desk to give you.
Yeah. I don't know. Find a way to connect with us. Really, we would love to meet you.
And this is
Yeah.
this is a humble appeal to our hospital. Please, save us, don't kill us.
Yeah.
Do not kill us. When you sterilize it, you know the time it's supposed to take before you use it on another patient. We are begging you. Please help us live.
BBC News already. Thank you, Nana, for passing.
Thank you very much.
I called him Nana. I'm money doing.
I didn't need a job.
Jomo.
Promote what?
Jomo Kenyatta.
I used from Swahili phone.
I don't want to go there.
It's actually been a very great topic. This AIDS thing is really killing people, and I think we should encourage more people, the media to focus on it.
The awareness creation should go on and on and on and on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you to Nana. Thank you for listening. My name is Gloria. Tomorrow we have my love story. If yours is there, send it to us. We'll talk about it. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. BBC News. Up next. Bye.
Want to kill us.
Pope Francis has arrived in the Chilean capital, Santiago, at the start of a week-long visit to Chile and Peru.
Maybe I'm streaming.
The Pontiff's first trip to Chile